Welcome back, fear-fiends, to the Chillergeist League Tables. Today marks the beginning of our most monumental bracket yet, the ultimate post-apocalyptic showdown. A tournament of terror where creatures of the undead go head-to-head to see who will reign supreme in a world laid to waste. And in our first episode, we're welcoming back our reigning champion of the supernatural division, the winner of the last fight, the vampire, Nosferatu.
Subject Orlic's recent victory was a statistical masterclass in psychological warfare. His operational strengths, including immense strength, unnatural speed, and cunning intelligence, proved to be significant factors. His unique ability to command legions of plague-carrying rats provided a high-yield tactical advantage, and his functional immortality ensured a decisive win.
A truly dominating performance, Boris. He really turned the tide with his mind games and that disgusting rat army, didn't he? It was an absolute horror show. But even the toughest contenders have their weaknesses, don't they, Boris?
However, his profile also contains significant vulnerabilities, as his most significant weakness remains sunlight, is fatal. He also sustained a high physical vulnerability, score against a wooden stake, and his reliance on human blood presents a major logistical challenge in a world dominated by shambling hordes.
Fascinating. So he may be a king of terror, but he's not invincible. We're going to take a short break now. Stay tuned to find out who the challenger is in tonight's contest. And we're back. The crowd is on the edge of its seats. From the endless, decaying horizon, a new challenger emerges. A collective, groaning menace. Please welcome the relentless, the undead horde, the walking dead zombies.
The Walker Collective's tactical profile is defined by its sheer numbers, a statistically overwhelming force. Their primary strengths include a tireless and relentless nature, as they do not require rest or sustenance. They are also easily created and possess a lack of higher brain function, rendering them immune to fear or hesitation. This makes them a highly efficient, if low-tech, bioweapon.
They just keep coming. But surely, even a horde has its downsides, right, Boris?
Correct, Doctor. Their primary operational deficiency is their slow movement. They also have a single, critical vulnerability, the brain. Any damage to the cranium results in permanent deactivation. Additionally, their low intelligence prevents any form of strategic planning or tool use, and their physical bodies are subject to rapid decay over time, reducing their operational lifespan.
Alright, the stage is set. We've got the cunning master of the shadows, Nosferatu, against the tireless tide of the walking dead. Boris, the Walker Collective's biggest threat is their sheer volume, but how does our sophisticated vampire hope to handle such an overwhelming tide of undead?
Analyzing the Walker's operational profile, their primary weakness is a mobility index of just 1.2, a significant statistical deficiency. Subject Orlic's tactical animal companions, the rats, can exploit this. Data suggests that auditory and olfactory disruptions caused by the rat horde will create a target misdirection factor of up to 98%, effectively steering the Walker Collective away from key assets like a human blood supply. Furthermore, the rat's microaggression score is surprisingly high. A targeted attack on the subject's hamstrings and Achilles tendons will reduce their pursuit velocity to near zero, forcing them into a low-efficacy crawl state. Once the zombies are crawling on the ground, the rats can then attack their arm joints, stopping them entirely. The strategic use of these variables elevates Subject Orlic's environmental control factor to an unparalleled degree.
Aha! So it's not a fight. It's an extermination. He's not just avoiding the zombies, he's using his disgusting little friends to cripple their entire army. What a masterstroke of horror. It's a symphony of strategic decay. Boris, you've convinced me. The vampire's victory is no longer just probable, it's a terrifying certainty.
While the Walker Collective's operational mass is statistically significant, requiring a prolonged extermination interval, this is a negligible factor. Subject Orlic and his accompanying rat regiment have no biological requirements for rest or sustenance, granting them an infinite operational duration. Therefore, time itself is a variable that is entirely on their side.
So, Count Orlic continues his winning streak, but will the alpha vampires from 30 Days of Night stop him? Tune into the next episode to find out. Until then, stay scary, fear fiends.